Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the SH Figuarts Suletta Mercury regular uniform edition from an option set from, well, Gundam the Witch from Mercury. You can see her there in front of the box, and we'll put her off the side real quick. And yeah, this is a fairly large box. This is also an exclusive, so yeah, this is a little more expensive to get, unfortunately. Yeah, but nice little box. You got Suletta right there. You also got a little background thing, Suletta and Miorine right there. You got, Suletta Mercury, what it is, Tamashi Nations, and Tamashi Nations Quality, and a bunch of Japanese down here and all that stuff, Bandai Namco and all that stuff, HH Figuarts. On top you have, Suletta Mercury, and on this side you have the name again. On this side you have a picture of Suletta, and on the bottom you have a picture of Suletta and say what the set is. And on the back you have a whole bunch of product shots and warning. This is because American distribution thing, I guess, because yeah, this American distribution sticker because I had to get mine from BBTS. And yeah, ages 15 and up, which means it's not for children. Also on the flaps, so these are very large flaps, by the way, you get the instructions, for some stuff right here. And on the, yeah, it's only half of it because the other flap has more instructions right there. So, yeah, there you go. So that's the box. Now, Suletta. Yep, Suletta in the regular uniform, either from the first episode or, the arc, that one spot, towards the end. If you know, you know. Yeah, it's a nice Suletta. Again, we got, getting in a little closer, you got, again, her face, she got, this one's, the default face. It's got a nice little smile. She got her, of course, red hair, the little black band with the white diamonds and everything. A bit of messy back here. Little ponytail with the green bands. Again, you got the uniform with the black and green, black and green. You got the little red detailings also right there, and the tie and all that stuff. You got the big poofy sleeves, the black cuffs and all that stuff. Her hands are right there, and also the weird shorts and all that stuff, and the boots, open boots, black boots and all that stuff. And on the back, of course, yeah, again, all that. So, and there's a peg hole, even though there's no stand, which always bothers me. That's one thing that always bothers me about Figuarts is just no stand, So, that's always the funny thing that bothers me. The Figment always includes stand, they don't. And the stand is just fine usually, but as you see, it doesn't take, that earlier, it didn't take much to knock them over, really. But it's still a good-looking figure overall, and I don't necessarily regret it. But, yeah, this is very much for, I guess, people who really like the Witch from Mercury, But anyway, posability, ball-jointed heads, so you got, left and right, you got up and down, you got waggle, all that stuff. The ponytail itself is on a ball joint, so you got left and right there, and up and down, and all the round and all that stuff there. Shoulders, you can do a full 360. You got outward right there as well. You also have the forward and back, and or kind of adjust up and down. There's a little extra bit right there if you want. You got elbow bend, which decent amount of elbow bend. I believe it's also the slider thing like the other ones. It doesn't seem to be really enough. Either that or something's caught on something. I know some have the little slider bit. There is kind of a little bit of swivel right there. Not a whole lot, though. There is a bit of swivel right here, too, on the arm. The arm here can also go up and down a little bit as you need it. The hand can swivel, and there's also a little smidge of, you can see there's, a hinge there as well. There's an ab joint, so, you got forward and back. You do have side to side. You have all around. There's a ball joint there. Got a nice bit of range there. Down here at the waist, you do have a bit of waist swivel right there. And also forward and back right there as well, because that's also a ball joint. So there's that. Hips, you got, forward. About that far, I think is there the pull down thing? It kind of feels like maybe, but yeah, get about that far forward, you get that much back, you get that much outward. You do have a thigh swivel. Knees can bend that much. There is a swivel right here below the shorts as well, and down here at the boot, you do have a swivel at the foot. You do have forward and back hinge. You do have a bit of ankle tilt right there, and you do have a toe joint as well. So pretty standard posability for the Figuart, decent amount or good amount right there. And there you go. Yeah. She's pretty good. She's got a pretty good amount of posability, and she, again, can stand pretty well as long as you get her balanced well enough. Which, yeah. So real quick, some comparisons just because, Gotta get those. Oop, stay standing. Some quick comparisons though. Yeah, some other Figuarts, namely the other version of Suletta. You can see right there. May have it posed weird, but it almost looks like one Suletta taller than the other. Yeah. You can see the different uniforms there. And next to Miorine, who, yep. And there you go. Now, accessories. She comes with a lot of accessories because it's the option set. So, first of all, a bunch of different faces. You have her kind of, well, nervous, sweating face, because, yeah, she does that a lot. Her very angry, but still a little nervous face, but trying not to show it. She got a, crying face. It's a crying face, because, you know, that one bit, yeah, the anime where things got she hit rock bottom. And, of course, a big old smiley face, because, yeah, sometimes she's just happy. She gets to be happy sometimes. Oh God, the name just slipped my mind. Oh God, someone's gonna get upset with me. But yeah, this thing been in Gundam forever. It's even part of the Sunrise logo. I can't remember the name now. It's just a robot ball thing. But yeah, I got one of those, an orange one, almost like a basketball. And this is gonna roll around. I'm afraid. Yep, there it goes. Stay. He's got a little carrying case book bag thing. Brown focuses. There we go. And that also is used with this little peg right here. I'll show how that works in a bit. Now, she also has a tablet, which does have some, engraved detail. Again, it focuses. You got little bits of detail there, right there on the tablet, and on the back there's even a little button, and like little power button or something, or camera, or whatever it is, right there. She has two more of these phones. Yeah, two of them. Right there. Also for the phones, there's a set of stickers. Or I'm not sure if they're stickers or water slides or whatever, but there's 3 of them. This one specifically, this is Suletta, this is Miorine, and I don't know what this one's for, but that just says Yaritai Sotori Suto. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means, but that's a thing. Possibly a either or thing. She also comes with the charms from the end of season 1. If you remember those, there's the blue one. But yeah, it's the charm. There's no loop on there. There's the blue one. There's the red one. And also, if you know, you know. She comes with the scooter thingy. Big old scooter thingy. Which, can't really stand on its own very well. It does have a kickstand, which, let's see if that works with, on its own. Yeah, okay. If the kickstand, is that a kickstand too? No, it's not. If the kickstand, it'll kind of stay up, at least without the stand. Speaking of, it does have its own stand, so yeah, you don't have to worry about that. There with the. It's a little clear stand for it to go on. There's this piece. This also works with the scooter. I'll explain what it's for in a second. And she comes with a ton of hands. Of course, she has her default hands, which are kind of more splayed, relaxed. She has a pair of fists. Right there. She has these gripping hands. Right there. That. She kind of have these palm hands. Come on. There you go. Palms. Closed palm. Well, not closed palm. Almost karate chop, but not quite. She kind of have these kind of open hands. Somewhat open hands. Right there. She got the pair of splayed hands. She has a pair of peace signs, victory signs, what have you. Or, gain 2. Move forward, gain 2. And she has the pointing and phone holding hands, for using the phone. Again, if it would focus. There you go. Yeah, so you got that for using the phone. Swapping parts is pretty straightforward. You know, the head, it's the, you know, you pull the, you know, from the band, you know, pull the band and the hair off, and the hair, the front part of the hair, of course, is rubber, so you can then pull it off the, pull it off, the face off of that, and then you can swap with any of the other faces. You know, put that there, and then plug that back in, and there you go. That. By the way, yes, just so you know, they specifically call this out. This is a face from the previous Suletta, and yes, this is also compatible. They are cross-compatible with one another, so the faces are cross-compatible with each Suletta. Yeah, so each one could wear faces from the other set. If I can, yeah, see, it just goes right in and no problem. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this one back just because it's from the other set, and I don't want to mix them together too much. At least not right now. Not for the review anyway. Yeah, so you got that. And now she's about to fall over, and I just knows that. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, the bag, the book bag thing. Okay, so with the book bag, they specifically tell you to. Oh boy, that's rolling. Stay. Anyway, with the book bag, what they tell you to do is they want you to put the ball joint in the bag first and then peg it in like that. You can do that. It can kind of work. I had at one point I had to do it the other way, but yeah, just peg that in. It could be at any angle because it's on the ball joint and the peg and everything. When coming out, often it. Oh, it actually worked this time. The first time I pulled it out, the peg stayed in and the bag came off, and that was fun time. But yeah, it's an FYI in that, so just be mindful. If that's the case, you're gonna have to do what I do, which is what I did was I took a cloth and a pair of pliers and put the cloth over the ball joint so I wouldn't mess it up, and then pulled it out and it worked just fine. But yeah, just be aware of that. Just don't don't use the pliers directly. Now, other accessory stuff, phone hand. No, it's not phone hands. Yeah, that just, you know, hands just come off, no problem. Of course, yeah, just peg the new ones on. Hand comes off. And peg the new one on. Like so. And then, of course, let's see if this will actually work this time, because it never has worked. The other two so far have not. It does not. Well, I think Suletta actually gripped hers just fine, but Miorine gripped hers just fine. Suletta did. Yep, we got this again. Yep, here we go. Yep, it doesn't grip the phone very well at all. It's supposed to be the phone gripping hand, but it does not hold the phone very well. It's supposed to use friction, and it kind of works, but yeah, the second you start moving anything, it just falls right out. But the whole idea is supposed to be, you know, just kind of the doot, 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 doot. Yeah. Now, of course, the other hands, I'm going to show off one other pair of hands. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's just the same thing, just, you know, pop and swap. So, you know, pretty straightforward. But these hands right here, these specific hands right here, you can see they're kind of open-ish and they're kind of gripping hands. Yeah, these are specifically for two things. At least they say they're for two things. I'm kind of... There is one thing. They actually... There's a specific warning on the little box directions about these hands. I'll get to that in a second. This one in particular doesn't like to actually peg on. There we go. Now these hands can, well, grip the tablet, and they actually grip it pretty well. You know, they grip the tablet pretty well. Especially if you use both. Although if you use both, it's kind of a... So yeah, there's that. You know, you got the whole thing gripping the tablet. So you can hold the tablet like so, no problem. But they're also for the scooter. Now the scooter here, the wheels don't roll, by the way. These are, well, this one does. This one's static because it's that weird impossible design, at least possible with current standards. But yeah, this wheel will roll. Yeah, this stand is pretty straightforward. You can see the peg. There's a hole, just, you know, do that, and now it looks like, and then you of course can put the kickstand up and now, or remove it entirely. Did not realize that was so loose. Yeah. Yeah, now with the stand, it doesn't need the kickstand. It can look like it's rolling, all that stuff. With this, she doesn't really like peg in anywhere. At least she's not supposed to. And the idea here is these hands are also for the handlebars, which is interesting to me because like it actually specifically calls out that the hands can be deformed by using them improperly. So basically, you are more or less just pretending she's holding it, or kind of pretending. You just kind of have to understand that you're risking them being deformed if you use the scooter. It's like it's such a bizarre thing. And I'm just sitting there. Why you have so many hands in here? Why don't you just put a pair of hands that can properly hold their handlebars? You dorks. That's one thing that frustrates me. Is like, yeah, the whole handlebar thing is like, yeah, it's like she can hold it, but it actually specifically warns about deformation. So be careful. And this thing right here, you can see, you know, she can't really hold it as is, but hey, there's there's two of them. There's actually a slot here, and there's a special slot here. And the special slot, there's a tab right here. You just move this thing down, tab it in, and try not to disturb Suletta too much because you don't want to come off. You can move that back up, and now that's riding along. And you have that whole thing, and yeah, that's just, yeah, the hand just let go, but she's standing up, so I'm just going to try to, yeah. So you got that whole thing. And this seat right here, that's not for Suletta. That is for Miorine. Now, here, what you want to do is this thing right here. This right here, and I got to double check this because, okay, I was right. I just kind of had that second guessing. This right here, see, you got this whole thing. This end right here, the one with the ball joint, pegs into the scooter on right here on this hole. And then this end right here pegs in the back of Miorine, who can, I guess, sit however you want, although I guess side saddle, however you prefer. But yeah, you're supposed to kind of sit on there, and this pegs in the back of Miorine. Don't break it. Thankfully, that was just the ball joint, so it might be easier to put Miorine on this thing first. There we go. And, oh, the ball joint came off. That's what happened. Okay. I was wondering. Okay. Come on. Okay. And there we go. Okay, and that just came off. But yeah, the idea is you're supposed to put Miorine on the thing. And that's, oh, man, that just did not want to go on. There we go. Come on. There we go. So I guess it's she's kind of sitting on there thing. Yeah. She's sitting on the seat, I guess, behind Suletta, and you know, Suletta's driving Miss Miorine around. Driving Miss Miorine. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. And again, this is not staying pegged on very well. I could have sworn it worked. I like tested it earlier, and it's just the peg's like, yeah, peg tolerance is good. Okay, we can move on. And now it's just like, no, it just wants to stay off. Just wants to come off. Yeah, just yep. It's not looking good, but I guess you can. I don't know. She's supposed to kind of, yeah, just kind of side saddle, I guess. Because yeah, if you try to do that, it doesn't work very well. Because yeah, it just pops right out of the ball joint. So yeah, she's definitely supposed to sit sideways, and it's not working. I don't know why, and I feel so silly now. It's not working right now, and I don't know why. And there we go. Finally. Okay, did it. There. That was much more of a deal than it should have been, but you can see it's a bit finicky. I noticed one thing was the ball joint on there is definitely looser than it should be. This bag is now all weird, but yeah. So yeah, it works. It can be a bit of a pain in the butt to make it work in the first place, but it does work. It's just getting the everything to cooperate, because yeah, all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much the set. Oh right, yeah, these can be gripped by the I almost forgot, these can be gripped by the grippy hands as well. I believe if I can maybe it's kind of a, I think it's pretty, yeah, you have to do it specific way, I think, and be careful with them because, yeah, they can get on the grippy hands. So there you go. As you can see, you have to do it a very specific way. But they can go in the grippy hands. They're just be careful. Those are very tiny, and that is the connection between the I guess the keychain or the ribbon or whatever, and the keychain, the chain, and the figure is very small. So be careful with that. But as it stands, it's yeah, it's not a bad set. It cost me $90. Yeah, $90 at BBTS because I couldn't buy from Japan. It was supposed to be like a SH Figuarts like the web shop exclusive or something, and like couldn't buy it from Japan. It was like only for people who lived in Japan. Yeah, like I found it, but I couldn't buy it because it wasn't available on the US version for whatever reason. At least when I looked for it, so I had to buy it from BBTS, and it was $90. So yeah, it's $90 for, you do get a lot, mind you. You get the figure, you get the scooter thing, you get a whole bunch of accessories. So $90 is kind of pushing it, but also it's not too bad. So yeah, it very much comes down to, are you a really big fan of Witch from Mercury and Suletta and all that stuff, and do you like some of that stuff? So if you are, it might be more worth it. But if you're just casual fan or whatever, you're kind of happy with your existing Suletta and Miorine, then really it's kind of going to be a lot of money for something that's may not be. It's a lot of money. So there you go. And also on top of that, everything involving like getting this Miorine on the scooter thingy is finicky, as you saw. So there you go, $90. But yeah, because I liked Witch from Mercury so much, I found it worth it. But if you're not a huge fan of it, if you're only if you're not super into it, you might be wanting to pass on that. So there you go. I hope you found this review informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. And check out my Coffee, my Patreon. And I'll see you next time with another video review.